Wonderful. Thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose. How can you breathe? You just do without thinking much about it. It's the same with me in talking. Or worm cultists digging up old bones. Didn't ask if they belonged to anyone, did they? The wormies just started making skeletons. Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. It's rather disconcerting. I'm probably not the first skeleton you've had to reassemble, and I doubt I'll be the last. But once I'm walking again, we can figure out what the wormies want with the bone orchard. Deal? Ah, quite the view from up here, eh? I'm at the landscape. Don't get any ideas. All right, let's find the rest of me. Try searching the wormy camps or knocking some skeletons around until my bits fall out. Efficient little nitwits! Could be part of me in every skeleton here! That was my femur! Wait, no, my femur bends to the left. Carry on! Look at all the dirt on my bones! I used to bathe weekly to keep myself presentable. My pelvis is filthy! What did the wormies do? Use it as a shovel? That's the last one! Quickly now! Drop my pieces on the ground and I'll put myself back together! You have no idea how good this feels. To be whole again, and walk with my own 2 legs. To have legs at all! Next? Oh, you mean the wormies! Can't leave them here, digging up bones that dig up bones? No idea! That's why we'll need to investigate, yes? That's the thing for us. Investigations all around! Their biggest dig site is nearby. Hard to miss it, really. Unless you're one to miss a hole in the ground. Charging off like filled and near blood drunk, eh? Don't expect me to lend a hand. Perhaps a rib will do? Point it at any wormy skeleton and I'll have it fighting at your side. No, it's no trouble. You can thank me later. Onward to the dig site! The dig site's not too far away, just around the bend. One of these bends. I don't mind if you take your time. I'm just happy to be walking again. Oh, there's not much to say. Dull as a rusty dagger, me. If I told you about myself, I'd put you to sleep. And with all these wormies about, they'd turn you into a skeleton. We'd make quite the pair then, wouldn't we? An explorer! See the world, meet new people. When you get down to it, that's what I like most about life. But that was long ago. And as much as these bones suit me, they complicate travel. No, everything blends together after a while. Can't remember being anything else, now that I think of it. Funny. Walked, really. Came here, found a beautiful city with wonderful people, and decided to make it my home. The tree thane was a nice sort. Said I'd fit right in. I was so excited I fell asleep on the spot. Oh, I've been traveling for quite a while, you see. This was my chance to sit down and relax. I don't remember nodding off. But when I woke, the city was gone and I was covered in dirt. You'd think I'd been asleep for a century. Oh my, yes. Falanesti never stays in one place for long. I'd planned to see the lands without walking around so much. But all that's left of it are the holes in the ground. Lots of secrets down there, but you didn't hear it from me. They did. I tried to tell them I was no ordinary talking skull, but they threw me out. That's what I said, but they ignored me and droned on. Something about the flame meld and dark anchors. Made it sound like they were nautical blacksmiths. Idiots. Goradir! Goradir, what have they done?
What does it look like? They dug up my barrow. Wouldn't stop asking about the roots.
Why would they care about the... Oh, no.
Told them they were asking for trouble. But did they listen?
Hey, friend.
Went right to the barrow bar. Idiots. You're Dringoth's friend, right? Spinner Amariel won't be happy about that. Very bright, good sense of humor. No patience for Dringoth's mischief. Years ago, she'd had enough, so she took him apart and scattered him around the bone orchard. I laughed hard enough to shift my barrow. Tired, very tired. Much taller. Most of us choose to sleep in our own bones. But Dringoth borrowed those of a long-dead elf. He was always restless, even in life. Dringoth's true bones are gnarled in the roots of the barrow bar. Some say they're the oldest in the orchard. Look out for him, would you? His recklessness tends to wear at the others buried here.
The wormies must be here for what's under the barrow bow. With enough of the little skeletons, they'll be able to dig up the big ones. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to that Ithruin fellow. The wormy leader told him he'd have no use for the big bones in the ground with the barrow bow to keep them sleeping. But if he digs up the barrow bow's roots, he'll kill it. Then he can build giant wormy skeletons to stomp around. You didn't notice it? The enormous tree in the middle of the bone orchard? Nobody takes a moment to look up these days. All this beauty directly above you, and you're staring straight at the dirt. Typical. There are others like Goradir sleeping beneath the barrow bow. If they knew what the wormies wanted, they'd help. But we can't get there without Spinner Amariel's help. And she's not too happy with me. She's up on the ridge overlooking the bone orchard. Maybe I shouldn't go with you. No, that's silly. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. But just to be prudent, I'll let you do the talking. When Spinner Amario sees me, she'll be surprised. Hopefully not enough to scatter me across the bone orchard. Again. It'll be fine. What's so special about a great tree the size of a sailing ship, sealing the old bones beneath it in eternal slumber? Not much beyond all that, I suppose. To keep people out, why else? Spirits hate disturbances, and to keep the bones from wandering away. The barrow bough grew around the oldest skull in the ground, you know. The big hill in the center of the orchard? Well, suppose it doesn't look much like a skull now. Been buried too long. Ha! Oh, most think it belongs to the god Ifre. His death made the bones of the earth, or so it goes. Depends on who tells the story. Oh, no, of course not. Nobody that important. I don't know. Yes, it's left me completely. Wait, did you hear that? Could have sworn it was a wormy. Oh, must have been my imagination. Brilliant young woman. Keeps records of all the bones buried here, big and small alike. Every dead elf in the ground is important enough for her to track. Suppose it's why she was annoyed with me for inhabiting these elf bones instead of my own. No idea! Some dead elf from another era. Probably won a war, lost a war, or refused to fight in a war. You know how it goes with these things. Spinner Mario, we need your help. It's an emergency!
Dringoff, who put you back together? Are you to blame for these worm cultists?
Not at all. Well, not exactly. I'll let my friend fill you in. I'll let you talk with the spinner. I tend to infuriate her. No idea why. Oh, we have a history built upon the bedrock of respect and mutual appreciation. We're just having a bit of a spat, that's all. 30 or 50 years, I think. Yes, let's say 50. Give or take a decade. It's my fault, really. I was insufferable. Don't know how she put up with me, to be honest. Taking me apart was the best thing for us both. Not at all. Well, I do wonder how she'd fare buried up to her neck while I sit in a nice warmly lit cave, but it's a passing fancy. She used to visit my skull and sing to me, even when we were squabbling. That's true friendship right there.
Why did you let Dringolf talk you into this? Do you know how much trouble he's brought to the Bone Orchard? My apologies. His very presence wears at my manners. What do you need? Yes, their leader threw and made vague threats about me remaining inside. He's attempting to raise the old bones beneath the Barrow, but there's no way he'll do that before Eldenroot sends a patrol, so I'm staying put. Dug up? But that would take weeks. How do they manage? Why? Those old bones are useless to them. The Barrow shields them from necromancy. But if they can dig up the Barrow's roots... Oh no. They plan to turn the old bones into an army! Here, this is Niranon's horn. Head beneath the Barrow and sound the horn before the gate. It's the only way inside, unless you want to help the worm cult with their digging. And don't let Dringolf sneak off with that horn. Head to the Barrow. Niranon's horn will get you inside, I'm sure of it. There are many wood elves interred around the Barrow. I catalogue their names, cities of origin, and learn about their lives. Then I sing their stories beneath the roots, so the old bones beneath have something new to dream about. I've always known Dringolf. He managed to get into trouble when he was just a skull. How he learned to climb like that still eludes me. The spinners who came before were no different. Dealing with Dringolf has been the only real constant in the Bone Orchard. We drive the rhythm of our people. Every wood elf has meaning, no matter how small. Spinners find the perfect tune for each, so the stories of our strongest and our weakest can harmonize together. At least, that's how I see it. Ha! No, not me. Not yet.
Come on! We need to get to the Barrow. They're already inside. If we're lucky, They haven't made it to the heart of the barrow bow. They can't have uncovered all this so quickly. We should hurry. If Niranon still stands, she'll let us through. She has to. Gatekeeper to the barrow bow, a friend long ago. Not so fond of me in recent centuries. She'll understand why we need to get in, I'm sure of it.
The heart of the barrow bow.
Niranon, enough with the theatrics! You need to let us in!
Dringoth, what are you doing here? Who is with you? And why are there intruders in the roots of the barrow bow? Dringoth, what have you done?
Nothing, I'm trying to help!
Once again you bring us suffering. Banishment is too good for you this time.
The barrow bow's roots are a bit dank, aren't they? A bit creepy. I know I shouldn't say it, but all the talking skeletons in one place are a bit unsettling. It's not just me, is it? Banished makes it sound so severe. More of an extended vacation. It's good to put a little distance between your family, especially when you disagree on a few small matters. Extended family. Second cousins in arms. Distant relations thrice removed. When there are so few of you left, I suppose they become your family, even when all you do is bicker. The others want to sleep until everyone forgets them, to which I say, "Pah! A daily constitutional does wonders to brush out the cobwebs. So does a dandelion if you have actual cobwebs. But family is family, so I stay in this wretched place."
Dringoth!
What will you make
What
us
have
lose
you
this
done?
time, Dringoth?
You should have left, Dringoth.
Ulfras will not forgive you again.
Why, Dringoth? Why return?
Dringoth, you were banished, yet you dare return?
Listen to me! We're in danger! Necromancers are trying to kill the barrow bow!
Your restlessness trapped us here in the first place.
There are a vast number of elf bones in the bone orchard. If we all use them together, we can drive out the invader!
Together? Since when have you done anything that wasn't for yourself? Once more you bring danger upon us, then beg for our help to end it. No longer! You'll remain beneath the barrow bow until the world forgets you!
Ulfras, wait! Make him see reason!
We have no quarrel with you, Living One. Indeed, we thank you for your part in awakening us. The invaders in the barrow bow must be stopped. Dringoth's crimes are unforgivable. We once sought a true death in the farthest reaches of the world, but his aimless wanderings led to our imprisonment. Here, we can never die. That story is as long as it is old. You would endure the telling? In days long past, our old bones longed for the sun's sweet kiss, for friends we knew in life. But our restless wanderings caused untold suffering. We went far away to be forgotten by the world, to die. But Dringoth continued to wander, to destroy. He couldn't bear to stay in one place for long. Yet while he fixed his gaze upon the horizon, he forgot to watch the ground. Whole cities crumbled beneath him. Amidst this devastation, the wood elves of Fallen Estes saw his wanderlust for what it was. They invited him to join the travels of their walking city. His elation gave them time to ensorcel him into slumber. Unaware, he laid down to sleep. They buried him and planted a seed in his skull. In time, it became the Barrow Bough. The Wood Elves of Fallen Esti feared our fading bones would wander, so they sought us out and carried us to the Bone Orchard. Here, they interred us beneath shrines to Ifrei, ensuring we would never be forgotten. Because of this, none of us can die. Shame us, outsider. Perhaps we judge him in anger. Very well. Dringoth will stand with us to keep the Barrow Bough from harm. When the invaders are repelled, he is free to decide his own fate. Enemies at the inner gate. Come quickly, we'll drive out the worm cult.
I can't believe Ulfras let me stay like this. Come, let's help the old bones drive back the new.
Hurry! To the gate!
They rise again. But for how long?
Invaders! Cut them down!
Help us protect the roots.
Return them to the dust!
Eyes, yes. Your bones.
Rise and protect the roots!
Quite the brawl, eh? If that doesn't strike terror into the heart of the wormies, I don't know what will! We've taken them down a notch! The more bones they send us, the more we'll have to fight them! But the wormies never thought they'd be on the other end of it, eh? Suppose you'll be moving on, then. You should come visit. Tell us tales of your travels. We're a lot alike, you and I. Oh, kick around here, I expect. Catch up with old friends. Scare a pilgrim or two. Oh, there's dirt. It's rather dull, isn't it? The wormies were the most exciting thing in ages. No. Well, a bit, in that impending doom sort of way. The wormies mixed things up. Even got old Ulfras kicking around again. And I met you, so it wasn't all bad. I should really send them a letter. Dear Wormies, thanks for the excitement. Sorry about that Ethruin fellow, but he was a bit of a bastard, wasn't he? Perhaps we should catch up over some Death Bell tea. Signed, Dringoth. Who do you think they'll write back? That seals it then! Now to find some vellum, hot wax, a quill, definitely a quill. I saw some ink up in Spinner Amario's cave. She'll let me borrow some, I'm sure of it.
A heated battle. I haven't felt its like in ages. With luck, the invaders will crawl away from this place and leave us to our slumber.
The worm cultists haven't bothered me in some time. I suppose I have you to thank. Wait, what happened to Niranan's horn? Blast it all! If Dringoth got his grubby finger bones a hold of it, I'll scatter him all over Grahtwood.